1 billion liquidated in the crypto market over the last 24 hours. What the hell is going on? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why this is not a surprise and it shouldn't be for you if you've been following my channel and watching the last 2 to 3 videos. So from a fundamental perspective, Trump is basically crying like a big baby. He's basically saying if he does not acquire Greenland, he will pose an additional 10% tariffs on 8 EU countries, bringing the tariffs up to 25%. Now, looking at the charts, weekly time frame, this is why it's very, very important to look at the weekly time frame because we've closed now below this. We came up last week, okay, on the daily time frame, and we were expecting price to come back down within this range. Up until Sunday night, price comes back in and we close below within this range. So it's very, very important we wait for the weekly time frame to help us understand where the market's going to go. So what we had last week was we had price come into our fair value gap on BTC, tapping to the regions of 98,000. I was expecting a slight move higher, but I still got the move on the way down. I'll tell you what positions I am in and I'm currently out as well in a second. So we got the move to the upside, 98,000, didn't get tapped into the 98.5K, and then we get a move down. Daily time frame, what we can see, okay, what we can see on the daily time frame, price comes, we've been ranging, comes up, taps into our target level 1. As it taps in, we get the move down. Okay, when we get the move down, you can see Sunday price action down here. We've come right back in to this range. Now, what we can expect, if I just remove this for you guys, what we can expect right now for this week ahead are 2 scenarios. It's very difficult to gauge what's happening right now because there is quite a lot of manipulation, but price is basically tapped into this fair value gap down here. We have created this new dealing range to the upside. So we've got A, B. Price comes into the discount side of this dealing range, which is a good sign. Can we get another move to the upside first? Because what you can see is we're creating higher highs and higher lows, higher highs. Could this be a new swing point? We've rejected off key area here. We've tapped into 61.8. We haven't come into the order block at this level down here, around 91,100. So can we get the move down, then the move up, or would price move up from here first? So I'm still thinking short term. My targets haven't changed. I'm expecting BTC to have a bigger drop to the downside. Originally, I mentioned to you guys, I want to see BTC come into the regions of 86 to 84K. Now, we may move slightly above that. I don't really expect BTC to take out these lows, although I do feel like the low down here is a fake low. Right now, I'm not expecting BTC to come in and take out this 80K region, but I do expect BTC to come a bit deeper into the regions of around 86 to 84K, and we'll get a bigger move to the upside. However, if we don't get the move to 86K, my next target would be, let's put on this fib down here. May need to go into the 4-hour on this as well. Just above 90K is where I'm looking. So I'm looking around this region down here. I'm expecting BTC to come into that region down here, and we could see a bigger move to the upside, tapping into 100K. Now, I am in my position on BTC, so I shorted the market around the regions around here. And I'm in the position currently right now. I closed around 25% of my position, moved my stop loss to break even. I will let the rest ride out. So if you're in your positions right now, I would recommend to move your stop loss at least to break even and take some profit. It's very, very important that you take profit on the positions that you're in right now, especially if you're running at a good amount of return. So for me, I'm holding the position still. I've moved my stop loss to break even. And the reason why I'm holding it is because we can get that bigger move to the downside to 86 to 84K. So that's why I want to hold that position for now. Now we've come back into this range down here where we've been consolidating sideways. So we can expect price to perhaps come to the lower end of this region down here, and we can take a long from there. I'll keep you guys updated on any other positions I take on BTC, but I'm in the short right now, as I say, and I've moved my stop loss to break even and taken some profit. Now, Ethereum looks very, very interesting. Unfortunately, I got stopped out at break even and price decides to melt on Sunday, I would have been running probably at around 200 to 300% at this point on Ethereum, but that's how it goes sometimes, and that's what trading is all about. And just move on to the next position. So for me, what I can see on Ethereum right now, so we had this range down here. We've broken out the range, come back in and come back out again. Now the thing is, what we can see down here is also a bigger range at play. Now with BTC, the bigger range, we've tapped and taken out the highs down here and come back in. On Ethereum, we haven't yet done that. And that's why we may get a bigger move to the upside on Ethereum. So if we put on our fib from A, B, we haven't yet tapped into the 61.8. We haven't yet tapped into our target level 1. So that's why I'm more inclined to see Ethereum first come up. There is a likelihood we may get a move to the upside. But as I say to you, I'm still looking for the bigger move to the downside on Ethereum, coming into the regions of around 2.8K. I mentioned to you guys before, coming into that region, 2.8K, possibility of going lower to around 2.6 to 2.7K. Maybe not taking out these lows down here. And I wouldn't like those lows to get taken out. Ideally, also, I don't want to see the highs get taken out down here. And we'll get a lot of buildup on liquidity, people shorting the market from here, basically. And that's what we want to see. We want to see more shorts pile up in the market right now, and that's exactly what's happening. And we want to see price come in, come low. Let's see how we react off 61.8 and the 78.6 and the move up. We've got this fair value gap here. We've got an order block resting down here as well. So that's what I'm looking at on Ethereum right now. I'm not in any positions on Ethereum in the short. I have a long position that I've taken from the bottom, and I've held that position, and I'm going to hold that position as that is my swing trade position. I've taken about 20-30% off that, but I'm still holding the position long term on Ethereum. Now, last but not least, I was in a trade on ALGO. Unfortunately, I got stopped out. That was one of my swing trade positions, and unfortunately, I didn't get time to enter into a new position. So I want to see how price comes back lower, but this would have been a great buy as ALGO comes into the regions of just below 0.115. We've come in to the areas down here. Price taps into this fair value gap that you can see that's resting just above 0.1128, strikes it, and then we get this move up down here. Now I want to see if we go on the 15-minute, what we can see is price is basically consolidating, and that's what we normally get. Consolidation. We may just continue moving up, but as we come back down, I've got some alerts set to see how we react at the middle of the consolidation, but also kind of just towards the bottom of it as well, because I may take a long position, and it will be good for you guys to also enter on that same position that I'll be in, because that will be a swing trade entry on ALGO to hold to the upside, kind of medium to long term. No further updates on any other coins right now, but the market does look like it's almost ready to blow. If we can just get that move to the downside, tapping into the regions down here, I'm expecting that bigger move to the upside. That's what I'm seeing right now in the market. It's looking good so far. Short term downside, long term we're going to be moving to the upside. So if you like these types of videos, I trade crypto using the ICT strategy. Hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.